This is Realty Talk with Ellie and Gaelan. Welcome to episode 43 of Realty Talk with
Ellie
and Gaelan. And Ellie, what I say, this is going to be very quick. We got to be somewhere in 10 minutes, and it's about a 7-minute drive.
All right.
So, but we'll go longer than 3 minutes, but we'll be a little late.
Said.
Fashion will be late. Well, that's... Yes. Okay. So, Ellie, topic? No? Yes?
We can talk about continuing education.
Okay. Talk about it.
Well, I didn't want.
We're just going to jump right in. So we're going right into the topics. First off, Ellie, I always ask, how's your week?
It has been a bag of snakes.
Okay. That's typical.
Yep.
I've been up since 4:30 this morning, and it is now 5:30, and I have two events. I have an event and a podcast tonight. I won't go to bed till like 11, and I'm like pepped up. I've had a lot of coffee.
A little bit of cocaine.
A couple ounces. But grams, ounces, grams.
I don't know. I feel like an ounce is a lot.
My volume of coke is not there. But I've been like jazzed up all day. It's been a good day.
Good.
So, topic. Continuing ed. Go ahead.
I have not done any, so I don't know what to say. I just know that I have to do it.
Geez. That was it?
That was it.
Oh.
It was my topic for you to talk about.
Oh, okay. Continuing ed. Okay, so New York State, because I love New York State and all the regulations they have with everything, is continuing ed for real estate. You need 22 and a half hours every 2 years, which Ellie will need to do all of next year. I typically do all my continuing ed throughout the 2 years in the form of going to real estate or realtor events locally through our board.
Which I can never do because they're always at 10 o'clock in the morning on a weekday.
True. So I go to those. I get like 2 or 3 hours here and there. And typically I get a notification. I did it last year, so it'll be next year, roughly around October, November, September, somewhere, that says you need continuing ed by the end of the year. So I usually at that point try to have less than 10 hours to go, and I typically have like 5 to 7 hours still to go. So then I'll do a couple online courses. To be honest, it's really just flipping through slides, and that's it, and you get credit.
What counts for it? Like, do you think any of my housing counseling courses that I take every year would count?
You can check with New York State on that. You can ask Mike at the board office or check with New York State. I don't know. I take the ones from I go to the realtor functions, and then I just go honestly on the New York State Association website or whatever our NYSAR website.
I'll have to look into that.
And I look at continuing ed and I just pick one of them. I think if you go to that Mansford, we didn't take the course, we screwed that up. But everybody else that took that course that was closer and they didn't have to travel as far.
I was the guinea pig.
Yeah, well, I did the same stupid thing as you. We had to travel way too far to go take our courses. But if you go through there, I think they have continuing ed too.
Oh, cool.
But the one through the board, they typically just include them in your dues, so it's not extra. The online courses, you pay extra for it.
I'm paying for things that I'm not taking advantage of?
100%. Yep, 100%. So that's it, 22 and a half hours. It is just as dry as the 75-hour course. It does not teach you anything. Again, it is literally a way for New York State to say that you took a test. Basically, you just sit there and flip through slides. And you don't have to take a course. You don't have to take a test. You literally just have to get through the slides. And supposedly that's enough continuing ed for you to pass. It's dumb. It's stupid. I hate using those generic terms, but it really is. It's a waste of time.
Big dumb.
It's just a waste of time.
Right.
I think my continuing ed, honestly, is meeting with clients every day and just self-teaching myself.
Experiences.
Experience and just actually actively trying to learn stuff that actually matters in real estate, not as joking around in a team meeting before, not knowing the year of a certain law that was passed. How is that going to make me a good agent or broker? It doesn't. It's on the test.
You know what would be helpful? Like a closing practicum where you have to like go through an actual like fake closing.
Oh,
that would be useful.
It'd be great. Okay, someone sits down and let me go through a role play of you want to list your house. Okay, let's do that because that's actually helping people out, not
what do you do when scenarios.
100%. And that's what I want to do, not give me a question on some stupid thing. Like, how far does the high tide water level have to be? Like, I don't know. Guess who I'm going to ask? The guy that's in charge of that. That's who I'm going to ask. When that comes up once.
Google.
Then that comes up once in my 50 years of real estate. I'll ask that guy.
I feel
I won't
like
remember. I don't think I'll remember it from that
I
test.
feel like a lot of the things that have happened to me this year, though, you've been like, that has never happened to me,
Yep,
or that has
100%.
happened to me only
When
once,
I-
and I got them all.
When I got in, my dad, I'm like, what about this, this, and this? He goes, honestly, just learn it. Like, you're going to learn it on the fly because you're going to learn it through doing. You're going to like
Yep.
stub your toe. You're going to figure it out. You're going to fail and you're going to get better and learn. And I've been doing that for 9 years. So good thing is though, it's like you make a mistake once and you learn from it. You don't do it again. So I just have many years of doing it compared to your 1 year. So you'll get better. But there's a couple things that happen to you. I'm like, I don't know. I asked the attorney, asked the other agent. I have no clue. My topic, because we only have less than 5 minutes, is my topic. We just had a team meeting. We had a couple of new people in, and I mean, I still consider you new, but we're talking like new, have just got licensed or trying to get licensed. New, very new. And I told them the number one thing, and I went over what we just said. You can have the course stuff. You can pretty much forget it. Get your test. You're done. Your real learning starts at that point. The second part is you can know all that stuff by heart. And there's some agents that know all that crap by heart. And guess what? They don't do anything. They're not good agents. They just can remember stupid stuff that does not is not useful in how to actually help someone buy or sell. What you really want to do is you want to learn how to do your job. And then you also have to learn how to accomplish your client's goals. Because at the end of the day, I've talked about how much I hate the salesperson title. Our job is to help somebody accomplish a goal, and that is either buying or selling. And those are two very simple things, and then there's a lot of layers to that, meaning what is the situation that takes place in all those things? Is it money, time, health, job, downsizing, upsizing, all these different things that factor in, and you learn that by learning on the fly and understanding how to read people and helping people out. And I told both of them also, why are you doing real estate? Because real estate's hard, and some people I think some people look at real estate and say, oh, Gaelan, like you've done really well and you're cool and like we love all the stuff you're doing. I want to do that. I have not done this for 9 years. I've been doing this for 5 years, and I've been really doing it for about a year, and that people have really seen. And what happens is you have to find your why way before that. My why has allowed me to build up to this level. Luckily for you guys, it's kind of I'm accelerating your growth, but at the same time, you got to figure out why you're in real estate. So I asked, Kanan and Han, and I'm like, why are you guys doing this? Is it because, and again, my first why when I got into real estate was I just didn't want to work an hourly job where I felt there was a lot of downtime, that I wasn't getting paid. I wasn't doing anything for the time I was getting paid, and I just felt I was wasting time. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. Why do I have to sit here till a certain time period to get my paycheck when I can just do all the work in 2 hours and then leave?
Facts.
And so that was really my number one goal. And it didn't really, and it's gotten bigger and bigger. And I would really say over the last year and a half, it's kind of gotten more and more important, where it's gone from like a me-centric to an agent-centric to a lot of like area-centric. Like, how can we better our area? How can I better my friends? How can I better, like, obviously the people in our company? That has taken a precedence over just getting me better. Now, granted, I've never took my foot off the gas of that, but I'm trying to affect more people now than I ever have before. And part of that is a giving back scenario where, like, hey, I think I actually now can speak and say what I think because I have learned over a decade of doing this, and even a little bit before, because yes, I was involved. I had a background in real estate in the sense of, my dad's been in for so long. I wasn't practicing real estate, but I still understood some stuff, I think, just through immersion, like immersion or osmosis or whatever, being kind of near him and hearing him talk, that I could kind of pick. And I probably got more of an education than I thought back in the early days, but it's really accelerated. So I think if you're getting into real estate's hard. I tell everybody that gets into real estate, it's a total 3-year commitment before you go full time. And you have to find a why. So when things get tough and everything feels like the sky's falling, there's a reason that's keeping you to do real estate. And if you have that why and you feel super passionate about that why, you will be able to do whatever. And for me, I have a very clear why of why I'm doing everything I'm doing. So that gets me out of bed at 4:30 in the morning to get all my stuff done so I can maximize pretty much a 15 or 16 hour day. And that's my day. And that's like what I've been doing. And I've had energy all day long because I love what I'm doing. If I was to go to do a job that I hated there would be a lot of dead time, a lot of downtime. I'm like everybody else. I can be just as lazy as anybody else if I have nothing I'm working towards. So I make sure that I'm working towards a goal that I feel passionately about. That's it. That's what it's, anything else, Ellie? We kind of went really quick, but that's it. Find your why.
Office quote.
Office quote, Ellie, go ahead.
I don't have one right now. You go first.
Do you know what's funny? Out of all the times that we've ever done this, I don't think we've ever really like come with an office quote. We just kind of wing it.
One on the fly.
I think part of it is, oh, man, there was some. I'm going to go back to the one I watched yesterday, and one of my favorite lines. I'm going to butcher this. There's not like a rhyme or reason as to the. Oh, actually, okay, I know it. I almost actually quoted it today in the house. Okay, so it was the Valentine's Day episode, and Pam's sitting there, and they're getting all this all these flowers are coming in to Phyllis from Bob Vance Refrigeration. So all this stuff keeps coming in. And at one point, the delivery guy comes and brings this massive stuffed teddy bear. And he puts it out on a thing. And Kevin walks over and he's like, wow, that's bigger than me. And the kid delivering it, or the UPS guy delivering it, looks at him and goes, no, it's not. And puts it down and walks out. And it is the simplest line ever. But it just, all these dumb little things. Also, same episode. Michael goes to, and I was coming back. Michael goes, I'm double dipping today. Michael goes back to New York City with Jan on Valentine's Day for a corporate meeting. And Michael's like, yeah, anytime I come to the city, I like getting here a few hours early so I can see the sights and do some stuff. And he goes, and I'm going to get my favorite slice of pizza at my favorite pizza place.
My New York style pizza.
And he looks across the road and it's Sbarro. So that is Michael Scott's favorite New York City.
New York pizza.
Okay, that's it. That's pretty good. I got two decent ones. Okay, there we go. Back on it. Back on the wagon.
Yeah.
You just want to steal the second one, the pizza one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way to go, Ellie. All right, that's episode 43. We got to bounce. See y'all next week.